ranking every battle pass in Fortnite from worst to best. My gosh, this was a hard video to do, but we did it, so let's get into it. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the channel today. My name is James Redden if you are new and have absolutely no idea who I am. And today we got a pretty big video that a lot of you have been requesting. Seriously, it's been absolutely nuts. I go through my comments and about half of them are about this video idea. So here we are, finally doing this video idea. I'm really excited, and if you somehow don't know what video we're doing, I'm looking at you, Noti Gang. We are going to be ranking every battle pass in Fortnite from worst to best. I mean, the worst to best thing is kind of just for title's sake, but in actuality, they're all really good. There isn't really necessarily a worst one and a best one. They're all very good. This is just my opinion, by the way. This entire list is just how I would personally rank them, but if you have a completely different list, that's fine. Woo woo. Anyway, guys, the amount of people that recommended this video are absolutely insane, as you are seeing on screen right now. There was a lot of them compared to normal, and because there are 11 spots on this list and a lot of stuff to talk about, this video is going to be a little bit longer than my normal usual video. Also, my cat is subscribed and watches my content, so if that ain't a good incentive to subscribe, I have no idea what is. Hashtag join the James Redden army, hashtag subscribe. So coming in at the number 11 spot, I am putting Chapter 2 Season 1. Now, like I said, every battle pass is good. If this one is somehow your favorite battle pass, no problem. I could totally see why. But for me personally, I think this battle pass, if I had to rank them, which clearly I'm doing, this one would probably have to come in last place for me. I think the skins were fairly plain. A lot of them were just kind of meh. Fusion was a decent tier 100 skin, and Serrano was a half decent secret skin as well. The emote lineup was okay, but Boing honestly was probably the best one, and when Boing is your best emote, it's like And this season also introduced nothing new with the battle pass. Honestly, Chapter 2 Season 1, the big hype around it was the fact that it was a new chapter and there was a new map, which I'm really sad the Travis Scott event didn't bring us back to the old map. Old map? What is a map? Old map. Also, if you are wondering, I just recently did a tier 100 skin ranking. The battle passes aren't going to be the same as that list, so yeah, it's up on the card if you want to go check it out. Anyway, Chapter 2 Season 1 for me is coming in last place. Not necessarily because it's bad, but I think because of the whole hype around the new season. They didn't really put as much effort in as they could have, and also Ripley is a knockoff Peely, so that's a thing too. Still a great skin though. Moving on now, guys, to the number 10 spot. Finally, I have a scorecard. I am putting Season 9. Now, I actually really like Season 9, so before you pull out your pitchforks and come running towards the comments, listen to what I have to say about it, okay? So I think in this season, the best skin, if I'm being brutally honest, is the secret skin. Shh. Sorry. I personally think Singularity was the best skin in this season's Battle Pass, and I don't even know if it's technically considered a Battle Pass skin or not. Vendetta was a pretty cool one, although it did rank fairly low on my tier 100 list. Demi is pretty cool. Rox is great, but the rest of them are kind of just meh. Also, the gameplay I'm including in the background is going to be one of my favorite skins from that season's Battle Pass, if you guys are wondering, so that's also a thing as well. But Season 9 for me, the only thing that it really introduced was dual-wield pickaxes, which most people still prefer the old one. Let me know up in the card if you still prefer the old style pickaxe. Personally, I still really enjoy the old style of pickaxe rather than the dual wields. It's just a personal preference. The emotes in this season were kind of good. Sign Spinner was, yeah, okay. Laid Back Shuffle was pretty good. Honestly, in Season 9, because there was a bunch of map changes, the Battle Pass kind of was lacking a little bit. They didn't really have a huge standout skin until it was Singularity time, in which she totally dominated. Anyway, Season 9 for me is coming in at the number 10 spot. Moving on now, guys, to the number 9 spot, I am putting Season 6. Now, Season 6 for me is, again, one of those half-decent ones. The emotes were kind of cool, I guess. Flamenco was probably the best one, and that goes with the Calamity skin, which was the best skin. Obviously, I'm wearing it in-game. Dire was a pretty decent tier 100 skin, but nothing too crazy. Fable was probably the best mid-tier skin of this battle pass, and otherwise, the rest of them were just kind of there, you know? Aim was also there as well as the secret skin, but we kind of just forgot about him and his back bling. So this season introduced pets and custom music tracks. Pets we like to forget about, but custom music tracks are pretty cool. But season 6, like, it's not a bad battle pass. I just think the rest of them are just slightly better than it. Moving on now, guys, to the number 8 spot, I am putting season 7. Now, I was really debating on which one I should put at number 8, season 6 or season 7, and I ended up putting season 7 above season 6 because of a few things. So Lynx, you see me wearing it in the gameplay, is a really good skin and one of the best tier 1 skins in the game by far. Ice King is also a pretty cool tier 100 skin, not my favorite, but it's pretty cool. The rest of the mid-tier skins are alright, but I think they are just a little bit better than season 6 mid-tier skins, especially Onesie. I think Onesie was a pretty cool skin that a lot of people like. And also in this season, we had a bunch of good emotes like Mic Drop, Free Flow, Shimmer was also pretty good. The Prisoner was a really great secret skin, and season 7 introduced weapon wraps. Now, weapon wraps has been one of the biggest new introductions to a season battle pass in a long time. Gun wraps was very anticipated, and they finally put it in the game in season 7, which is essentially kind of why I put it in over season 6, because yeah, custom music tracks are nice, but gun wraps you can actually use. Anyway, season 7 for me is coming in at the number 8 spot. Moving on now, guys, to the number 7 spot, I am putting chapter 2 season 2. Now, honestly, this season is actually really cool, and it did introduce a lot of stuff. It introduced ride-on gliders. I mean, we only have 2, but still introduced it. It introduced bosses, like all the mini games in the game wouldn't be existent without this battle pass, which I think is really cool. And it also introduced personalizations of skins. I think Midas is a great tier 100 skin. Maya is really cool. Everything else looks great as their gold version or as whatever style you choose. And obviously, we have Deadpool, which is a great skin, by the way. All in all, chapter 2 season 2 is a really good battle pass, but unfortunately, the way my ranking goes, it just has to come in at number 7. Moving on now, guys, to the number 6 spot. Halfway through the list now, we have season 5. So Drift and Ragnarok are no doubt amazing skins. They look absolutely incredible, the perfect pairing of a tier 1 and a tier 100 skin. Unfortunately, Enforcer as the secret skin was kind of a letdown in my personal opinion, and this season introduced toys. That's about it. And when I say it introduced, I mean the battle pass. Like, clearly this season introduced ATKs and good stuff like that, but that was in the game. It wasn't in the battle pass. You know what I mean? It had some kind of cool emotes. Breakdown was all right. Obviously, we had the Millie Rock, which is great. This battle pass, all in all, was pretty good. I did enjoy it, but honestly, I feel like the top 5 are just a little bit better than it, especially when all season 5 did was introduce toys, which unfortunately kind of flopped. Moving on now, guys, to the number 5 spot, I am putting season 3. Now, hold up, season 3 is an absolutely fantastic battle pass, but there is a couple reasons as to why it is coming in a little lower than expected on this list, and here is why. So season 3 only had 6 skins in the battle pass. Every battle pass after season 3 had 2 more skins in it than season 3. 6 skins instead of 8. However, here's the upside, okay? Season 3 introduced some absolutely fantastic emotes. I mean, Take the L was toxic, but it was still great. Best Mates was absolutely fantastic, and Robot was also really cool as well. But the big thing with Season 3 is that it introduced contrails, and the biggest of all, Back Bling. Back Bling is definitely one of the biggest game changers in Fortnite, 100%. Dark Voyager was great, obviously, using it in the gameplay. Elite Agent, obviously great skin as well, and the John Wick, fantastic for its time. But the bottom 3 skins, let's just move on. Moving on now, guys, to the number 4 spot, I am putting Season 2. So if we look at it on paper, Season 4 only had 4 skins in the Battle Pass. The 4 skins they introduced in this Battle Pass were absolutely insane. We got the 2 Knights, obviously, look at that beautiful thing. Unbiased opinion, by the way. And Sparkle Specialist and Black Knight are obviously really helping carry this as well. Now, these 4 skins are actually really good looking, but I kind of see it as if Epic Games released this Battle Pass now, would it be good? Sort of thing. The emotes were fantastic. We had Floss, Ride the Pony, Worm, and Wave. But the real thing that this Battle Pass introduced, which is game changing, this Battle Pass introduced the Battle Pass. Season 2 is the rough copy that they somehow did brilliantly, but that's why it's coming in at the number 4 spot. Moving on now, guys, to the number 3 spot, I am putting Season X, or Season 10. I still don't know what people call it. But Season X for me was a pretty good battle pass, despite the fact that there was something that we don't like to talk about that kind of ruined the season. But Season X's saving grace really was this battle pass. Now, unfortunately, in this battle pass, none of these skins were originals. However, they were all incredible looking skins, even Tilted Technique. Now, I know a lot of people didn't like Tilted Technique, but honestly, I really do enjoy the skin and the rest of them as well. The emotes in this season were pretty good as well. Stride Jaywalking, which was taken from TikTok, effing chat. Breakneck was pretty cool, Tralala was pretty dope, but unfortunately this season didn't introduce anything new, other than obviously that destructive hunk of metal, but luckily that's not a part of the battle pass, so we don't really have to take that into consideration. Season X, all in all, was a pretty good battle pass, and that's why it's coming in at number 3. Moving on now, guys, to the number 2 spot, I am putting Season 8. Now this one is gonna be controversial, but I think after my arguments, I will hopefully change your mind. Now, I know a lot of people actually don't like Season 8, but if we look at it on paper, it was really, really good. Now, Season 8 obviously had Lux as the tier 100, which actually a lot of people seem to like or really dislike. There is no in between. If you look at all the skins in Season 8, there is not a bad skin. If you switched Blackheart and Lux, which originally was supposed to happen until people complained that there was no female tier 100 skin, people wouldn't hate Lux that much. And then obviously we have Peely that was introduced. Like, that is the meme king of Fortnite. I also made a top 10 meme skins video, so if you want to check that out, that's also in the card. The emotes in this battle pass were great, but the biggest thing about this battle pass is that it introduced traversal emotes. Traversal emotes are a huge thing to this day, and Congo was the best traversal emote that they could have possibly added. Now, the biggest reason as to why Season 8 is in at number 2 is because it was free. Yeah, that's right. You know that 4-letter word that people like to say? F-R-E-E. Free. Now, obviously, you still had to purchase it if you didn't do the challenges at the end of Season 7, but if you did the challenges at the end of Season 7, you got all of this for free. Guys, they could have given you 2 skins and an emote for free and people would be freaking out, but nobody's acknowledging the fact they gave you an entire battle pass and the opportunity to have every battle pass after it for free. Anyway, the only problem I have with Season 8 is that Lux was tier 100 and that Blackheart was tier 1, so that's why it's in at number 2. And guys, coming in now at the number 1 spot, if you have been paying attention, which I know a lot of you are, snap out of it, Jimmy, you would know that at the number 1 spot, I am putting Season 4. I will admit there are a few yikes skins in this battle pass, but remember, skins can't be the only reason that a battle pass is good. So Carbide and Omega, the storyline with these two was absolutely fantastic. There were some other good skins as well, like Valor and Technique. I mean, there's 3 others that we're not going to talk about, but honestly, those 4 skins were really carrying the battle pass, especially the tier 100 Omega. Now, Season 4 also had 3 extremely iconic emotes: Orange Justice, Hype, and Groove Jam. 3 of the most iconic emotes in Fortnite to this day. This was the first battle pass where you unlock 2 skins as soon as you bought it, which was cool. Season 4 was also the beginning of secret skins. Season 4 also introduced sprays, which nobody really uses anymore, but that's a pretty big thing they introduced. And finally, they introduced progressive skins. But all in all, Season 4, it was a really good battle pass, and that is why it's coming in at number 1. So if you guys did enjoy the video, minus the list, if you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a subscription to the channel because it really helps us out, and yeah. But anyway, guys, that is going to be the list for today. If you want to let me know your list down below, I will definitely be taking a look as I respond to all of my comments, or at least try to. There's a lot of you. Anyway, guys, we'll catch you in the next video. Please stay safe out there, and we'll see you later. Peace out.